What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike Sieben and today we are going to be talking how you can travel for free within Canada using credit card points. Let's get into it. So I got some really great feedback on my video where I did the top 3 best Canadian credit cards. I got some good comments saying that you guys used the credit cards that I mentioned, as well as you had some other credit cards that you thought that could have been included in that video. So I wanted to make another similar type video and let you guys know how you can travel for free around Canada and the world using some of the credit cards that we have available to us here in Canada. I know that there's a lot of documentation and literature, videos and posts out there about really good US credit cards, like, you know, the Amex Platinum card and some of these other crazy credit cards that have crazy rewards, and if you run a business or have a lot of personal spending, you can get these crazy first class flights for not really spending a whole lot of money. Canada's a little bit different in that way, so we have to be really selective with our cards and we have to really keep our eyes open for the best deals available out there. So as I said, I did mention 3 Canadian credit cards that were good for their own purposes in my last video. I will post a little link here so you can go check that out. There's some great cards there, but since I did get some good feedback, I actually wanted to do the video based around a different card today. So the card that we're going to be talking about is the WestJet RBC World Elite MasterCard. So this is one that I've had my eyes on for a little bit. I've been watching the promotions and deals that they've been putting out for the welcome bonuses and such, and I see that right now at the time of this recording on June 9th, 2020, they have a really cool promotion. Right now, if you were to sign up, you'd get 250 WestJet dollars. So this card is linked to the WestJet airline, so if you are traveling, it will be with WestJet. So keep that in mind when you're getting the card. But right now they have 250 welcome WestJet dollars, and then you earn an additional 100 WestJet dollars. And then you earn an additional 100 WestJet dollars just for making one purchase within your first 3 months. It's literally that easy. So some of the other great perks is you can actually get a companion flight for as little as 119 bucks Canadian if it's within Canada. Obviously it goes up from there. You can do international travel for a little bit more, but the companion flights that come along with this, you get one per not calendar year, but one per annual year that you pay your fee on this. So that in itself, in my opinion, makes the $119 annual fee worth it, considering flights are at least $300 to $400 here within Canada, and they obviously go up from there. Additionally, on top of the introductory 250 plus 100, you'll actually earn a 1.5% back on WestJet dollars, which is really high because this 1.5% is on everything. A lot of cards will have purchase categories such as dining or travel, or it can be entertainment, and that really limits your spending. So if you're booking, you know, trips or any other large purchases, sometimes they're excluded from these crazy 3 or 4% offers, and then generally normal everyday purchases that are outside of these categories are just at 1%. So this card's really cool that it gives you 1.5% on literally everything. And then additionally, if you're booking WestJet flights or WestJet vacation packages, you get 2% cash back. So these can be a high dollar value if you don't have a lot of WestJet dollars and you're spending money and you are loyal to the WestJet brand. They'll reward you with the 2% back in WestJet dollars for your next travel or vacation trip. So another really cool thing about this card is the WestJet flights that you take, you'll get your first checked bag for free. A lot of airlines will charge for any checked bags on top of just your initial 1 to 2 carry-ons. So if you book this card with up to 8 guests, you can get your first bag for free. So 8 guests at say $50 per bag, which is pretty average, saves you $400 there on a trip. So there's a lot of different ways that this card pays itself off, and if you're a traveler, it's really easy to do this. So at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that you can travel for free using Canadian credit cards. So now I've explained one card. Now I'm gonna explain exactly what goes into creating a free trip for yourself. So the first thing that you need to do to get a free trip is head right down below this video and smash that like button. Seriously though, the biggest thing is you're gonna first do your everyday spending and purchases with any card, whether it be this WestJet, MasterCard, or any other card. You're going to want to take advantage of the welcome bonus. So some other cards will have a minimum spend of $1,000 or $3,000 within the first 3 or 6 months. Make sure you're just paying attention to that when you sign up. You meet your minimum spending, and then you just use your credit cards for everything that you spend money on where possible. So if it's groceries, it's gas, it's any bills, reoccurring bills. Sometimes credit cards will actually have a bonus for setting up reoccurring bills to them, and this is no charge to you as long as you're paying your credit card off every single month and you pay the balance down to 0. There are no issues and you won't pay any interest or incur any additional fees. So then you get to a point where you're doing all of your spending on this card, you're racking up whether it's points or dollars from an airline or cashback even, and then you accumulate that on your account. So for me, I have multiple Scotiabank accounts. So in my Scotiabank app, I would just log in and it'll show me my point value. And then what you go ahead and do is you'll just make a purchase on the card that is travel related. If it's travel points, if it's WestJet, you can just go on their website, log in, use the WestJet dollars towards your purchase. So once you are over the threshold for whatever the trip you're taking cost is, you go ahead and book that flight. It will apply the credit if you just use the redemption button, and then essentially you'll pay for the trip up front, and then the rewards will pay the bill off for you. Assuming the rewards that you've earned are greater than the value of your trip, whether that's $1,000 or $1,500, you just go ahead and book the trip through the card. Then you'll go and you'll redeem your points or your dollars, and that will go towards your bill credit. So then now you don't even have to pay off that credit, essentially deeming your trip 100% free to you. The awesome thing about this is I would recommend just doing this with everyday spending. So you're not actually spending any more money than you would. It's just your groceries, your gas, all these regular purchases that you're going to make anyway, and they're actually paying you in the way of rewards or certain airline dollars to just be loyal to them and use them. So if you stick to that card, you stick to that company, you're gonna reap a lot of rewards in the long term. So another awesome way to quickly earn reward points or cash back through a credit card is business spending. So myself, I find that a lot of the Canadian credit cards on a personal basis generally have better rewards than what business cards can offer. Now there may be exceptions to this rule. I'm not familiar with every single card, but on a average basis from what I've seen, use a personal card for business spending and that will help you rack up the points pretty quickly. For example, my business partner and I, we both have a Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite card. So our business is actually US based, so they have no foreign exchange fees, and this will essentially mean that we can use the card in US currency for free. But because we are in the Amazon e-commerce space, we have a really high spending value on these cards, so we quickly on a monthly basis earn at least a few thousand points, if not more. I think right now we're somewhere close to the 80 or 90,000 point mark with our Scotia points, which equals $800 to $900 in free travel. So you can see how it would really quickly add up. So this is just a little pro tip, a really good way to earn yourself some really quick travel rewards if you do have a business that you have to do a lot of spending in. And then too, don't forget that if you are using your points for travel, make sure that you're using a good travel card. I know all of the World Elite MasterCards, there's a few of them. BMO has one, RBC obviously has one. They have great travel perks, so you'll get trip cancellation insurance, luggage insurance, all of these extra assurances. You can even get some in the way of warranties and things like that on everyday items that you purchased on it. So make sure you read up on those, make sure you're covered, and then it's an added little bonus for, say, when you go to rent a car somewhere else through a rental company, and now your credit card gives you rental car insurance. So make sure you look up all these little perks, because they can really save you a ton of cost down the road, and you can really make these cards worth the value that they are costing you, the $120, $100, whatever the card comes with for an annual fee. If you're utilizing the features, you're going to get a ton of value that makes that initial investment worth it. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know down in the comment section what trips that you've taken for free, or how you've utilized credit cards to get yourself some awesome free rewards. And then two, do not forget to like and subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and that will let you know every single time I post a new video, so you can come out and check out the content. Have a great day, guys.